Welcome back everybody to the channel. We have officially returned from the sand dunes, so I thought this would be a perfect opportunity to do a carnage report. We're gonna figure out what broke and everything that it's going to cost in order to fix this truck, so that way we can get it back up and running. In order to get a better feel of the vehicle at this current state, we do need to tear it down. So I'll go ahead and do that and I'll join you right back here. Okay, the truck is torn down to a good point to where I can get a view of what is broke. And to be honest with you, not that much is broke from what I can tell. It does look like I completely snapped off the front passenger side lower control arm, and then I'll just go ahead and replace the upper because there is some sections of it that are shaved off, so it's better just to replace it now and not have to worry about that later. I do have the Traxxas website with the exploded view pulled up on my computer, so we'll go through, we'll figure out what we need, and we'll just make a quick shopping list. So the first part I do definitely need is this front bulkhead section right here where the shock towers sit. I definitely do need this because I actually snapped off the shock from inside the shock tower, and that's just not going to hold under any repair. So I'm going to go ahead and add that to my cart. Looks like the next item we will need is a front upper and lower control arm. So let's go ahead and add those to the cart. Bulkhead said that it was about $20, so we'll add that right there. It does appear that the front upper control arms are going to be universal, so it's just going to come in a pack of one. They can be used for either the left or right. Now we need to go ahead and grab a lower control arm as well. And while we're on the lower control arm, I do want to say it did not break at the instance that I thought it would. And after reviewing the footage, I do realize why it broke when it did. It pretty much was the straw that broke the camel's back. I had landed this truck on that front right corner so many different times, and I'll even throw up some clips on the screen. I did it the night before, I did it multiple times the day of, and ultimately what happened was that the brake rotor actually got bent, so it prevented the wheel from spinning. And when I did that last jump, you can see that the front right wheel was not spinning, and as I came off, there was no centripetal force, just going, and basically it just pivoted right there, and that's what broke it. So I'm very happy that that is the only thing that broke with that. The brake rotor shouldn't be too much. Let's actually see how much those are going to cost. Looks like it's going to be $16. Now, one idea that I am flirting with is just completely deleting the front brake system. They get gummed up with sand. There's many videos of that. Mine did okay. I did have a little compressed air blower with me, so I was able to just shoot that in there and clear the sand every single time I was gonna go out for a take. So it worked all right, but still it's bent, and it's probably only a matter of time before it happens again to the right side, and then possibly the left-hand side too. Another thing that broke was actually the rear shock collars that house the Fox external bypass. The first one broke off when I did my streetcar assassin video, and then I put it back together, put it back on, and then that one broke on the driver's side, and then it broke again on the passenger side. So unfortunately, you can't buy those separately. It looks like you have to buy the entire shock setup for that, so I'm just gonna have to leave those off. And then when I was doing my night shoot, there was a pin that broke on the passenger front right hub. It's the longer pin that goes right through the hub and keeps that together so it doesn't want to pop out. When mine broke, it still worked, but I did have some pretty nasty camber and tow with it, but I was able to go to the local hobby shop. Shout out to Silverback Off-Road for getting me back out there. But that actually held up the second time around, which is good to see. But I am going to order another set of pins just to be sure. Now, it does appear that the brake line did okay. There's no snags, there's no braking. It does look a little funky just because it came separated from the control arm, and obviously now the control arm is all flopping and lying around. It looks like it's broke, but I believe that I just have to reroute that through, and that should be okay. And plus, if I'm gonna do this front brake delete, I don't have to worry about that anymore. The other thing too that I was a little bit nervous about was the electronics, how those are gonna hold up. Traxxas is known for not having the best servos. I ended up leaving the stock one on here just that way I can really test this thing out box stock as it is. I do have an EcoPower one with a GPM servo mount that I can toss in here, but when I was jumping at the night shoot, it came down and there was just this really nasty noise. honestly, it could either be the motor mount fans, it could be the ESC fans, it could be the servo. I don't really know what it is because it sounded really bad when I crashed, but then when I went back up, hit the jump again, crashed again, it went away, and I didn't really hear it again after that.
Holy shit!
So I'm not really too sure what that is. I guess I'll cross that bridge when we get there. But the stock servo, the ESC, the motor, all the fans, all the electronics are doing just fine. There probably will come a point where I will upgrade the fans on these just because I have seen them bash pretty hard with the stock electronics on, the Xmaxx and XRT, and they just didn't really hold up too well. So that's probably going to be in the future, but I'm not going to worry about those until they break for sure. So with that being everything that did break, let's go over to our cart and see what the grand total is. $84. And to be honest with you, that's not terrible. There is some things that I probably could get away with. I could get away with reusing my stock upper control arm, but I really don't want to, as there is a little piece that is shaved off, and it's probably just a matter of time before that one goes as well. So I'm going to order that just to be sure. And then the pin set, I already ordered a pin set, or actually bought a pin set when I was up there, as I previously mentioned, and I have extras. Nothing really broke on that, but I do believe that I did lose some when I crashed. I cleaned up the area best as I could, and I found everything. I actually found 2 pins, but I believe I am missing a 3rd one. I'm not positive, but we'll have to see. So overall, $84 is not terrible at all. It'll get us back up and running. I'm out of town next week, and I'll be going to Las Vegas for the Silver State RC race. So make sure you guys stick around for some awesome content with that. We'll get this thing back up and running. I want to thank you guys again for your support of the channel. It has been an awesome journey, especially this year and with this truck. If you guys haven't seen my video of me bashing this thing at the sand dunes and absolutely sending it off some huge jumps, make sure you guys go check out that video posted right here. And I invite you guys, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know how you guys are doing. Let me know if this is something that you think that you will pick up as well. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and I'll see y'all in the next one.